Going to be going over how to write a case brief. First, it's important to realize that a good case brief is going to become your blueprints to take notes in law school. You're going to want to mark up your case briefs. You're going to want to cross out things, circle things, highlight things. It's important to have a very good case brief. So first step of making a case brief is to write the name of the case on the top of the page so that it's easy for you to reference it. Next, you're going to want to put the reporter down, and you're going to want to put the court, and I think it's a pro tip to put the textbook page number also on the page. And you can see how I formatted it out. You could format it a different way. This is the way that I like to do it. I found it worked out really well. Whenever the professors would ask me a question on it, I knew the answer instantly by looking at the page. Next step is you're gonna write out who the prosecution or the plaintiff is, and you're gonna write out who the defendant is. This is also going to be important because the professors might ask you this during a cold call. In addition, it's helpful to write the name and also a brief description of what the parties are, who they are, how they relate to each other, in order to give yourself more context. Next, you're going to put a facts section where you're going to put all the relevant facts, not all the facts in the case, but the relevant facts. And you're going to put a procedural history in the case. That's going to be, how did this case get to the court where it is at right now, which should be in the case. Next, you're going to be writing out an issue statement. So you're going to be questioning what is the issue in this case. Make sure you write enough details so that it's not just a generic law question, but it's law applied to specific facts. Next, you're going to write out what the rule or the law is in general in this jurisdiction. And after that, you're going to write out a holding section where you're going to be applying the law to the issue, and you're going to be getting the takeaway of the case. Next, you're going to want to put a reasoning section, and this is going to be helpful because the professors might ask you, why did the court hold a certain way? And you should be putting the few reasons that the court lists in its opinion, that you should make sure to put that down on your case brief. Next, you're going to put a section about the dissent or the concur, if there is one on this case. And lastly, this is what the full document is going to look like. A good tip is to make sure you always leave an extra line or two between each section. That way you have space to, if you totally missed the boat in class, you could write in whatever the real issue was, and you'll be able to learn and you'll be able to understand it. I also found that in class I would use a blue pen, and when I was writing it, I would write it in a black pen, and that way I would be easily able to see what markings I made. I hope you guys have a good luck and write some nice case briefs.